wearing blue dungarees. These are the two main clues in our next case, the murder of Julie Pacey. And detectives can't work out who the man is, where the car comes from, or whether the two are in any way connected. Maybe you can help. It happened 5 weeks ago at the Pacey's home in Grantham in Lincolnshire.
How's it going?
Everything's almost ready.
Okay, well, the table's set. Anything else?
If you could put the bread out.
Helen, tea's ready.
Okay, coming.
Matthew, tea's on the table.
Be in a minute.
We always ate together every night. Always in the dining room.
How was football practice?
We got married in 1977, on exactly the same day as my mum and dad got married on. Julie was a wonderful person. She got on with everybody. She was so kind and caring and considerate. And that's the sort of person she was. She lived for the family.
Friday the 23rd of September, and Julie was at home as usual, because on most days a local girl stopped at the Pacey's after school until her own mother got back from work.
I was walking down Longcliffe Road from my school when I saw a strange man walking into Mrs. Pacey's driveway.
Come in!
When I turned into the drive, I saw the man coming back. He was wearing blue dungarees and workman's boots, which were brown. He looked as if he was around 35. He was a fairly chubby man with a big round face, and he was all pink.
Do you want a drink?
Yes, please, Miss Pacey.
No, that a man just came into the house. There was a knock at the door and I thought it was you, so I said, come in.
Julie later told her family how the man had asked for directions to Eskdale Road. Was that workman you? If so, for obvious reasons, please call and eliminate this line of inquiry.
Yeah, I'm PA.
3 days later, after the weekend, Monday the 26th of September, and that morning Julie was at her part-time job.
Julie had been working at the nursery since December '93. She was a very happy, bubbly person. She liked the children, and because she played so actively with them, they responded very well to her. That particular day I remember very vividly seeing Julie playing with a group of children. They were all very happy and they were playing, chasing bubbles in the garden.
Julie came home at about 2:45. Though the family car is an Audi 80, several people insist that mysteriously, on other occasions, they'd also seen her in a 5 Series BMW. In fact, at around this time, not far away, an acquaintance of Julie's was on her way out, and she's certain she saw the BMW again.
Driving along Longcliffe Road towards Manthorpe Road, I came up behind a blue-grey BMW. It was indicating to turn into Julie's driveway. I presumed it was Julie driving, as I'd seen her in a BMW before. As it turned into her driveway, I had to slow right down. As I glanced up the driveway, I saw her Audi parked there.
Julie left the house again that day. She was seen in Highcliffe Road, around the corner from her home.
I was just about to get into a taxi, having been visiting a friend on Highcliffe Road. I saw this man coming towards me in blue overalls. The car stopped for a moment and then carried down towards the junction of Longcliffe Road and indicated left. The man looked as though he was going to continue up Highcliffe Road, but ran back down towards the junction.
Yep. You did that badly? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll see you.
An hour later, Julie's daughter Helen was on her way home from school.
Hi, Mum, I'm home. Mum? Mum? Mum?
Her mother had been sexually assaulted and strangled. Superintendent Billingsley, this guy in blue dungarees, you've obviously got to eliminate him. He's been seen in this area over a period of several days.
Yes, he has, that's right. Between the Thursday before the murder, that's the 22nd, and the day after the murder, which is the 24th on the Tuesday, he's been seen on a number of occasions on that estate and also in Grantham, dressed in the overalls, and that's a fairly predominant feature, that he should be dressed in those, with a particularly red-faced, most of the witnesses describe him as.
He's wearing brown workman's boots, I gather. He's about 5'8", fairly sort of normal height, thinning hair, as we can see. He was asking directions a number of times.
Yes, that's right, and it was particularly interesting, I think, on the Thursday, because he was asking directions for an industrial estate that was far away from that Manthorpe estate, at the other side of Grantham. He didn't ask for any repeat directions, which is abnormal. There wasn't a vehicle seen, and he went away. And again, he was wearing these blue overalls.
Now, he was seen on the Thursday, on the Friday, not then over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
That's right.
He was seen, as we've just saw in that reconstruction, running back after the car nearly missed him on the Monday, just before Julie Pacey was murdered. But again, he was seen in the area on the Tuesday.
Yes, he was. That's fairly interesting, because it's between the Manthorpe estate and the next residential estate, which is the Orchard Tree estate. A man was seen at 10 to 9, that's the following morning after the murder, kicking the grass as if he's looking for something. And again later that day he's in Grantham town, going into a shop and acting totally suspicious by the shopkeeper in his actions, and again dressed in the boiler suit or that type of overall, blue overall, and again with a red face.
Well, it might be obviously entirely innocent, as might this blue BMW. Quite bizarre, this, that the family is adamant that Julie never had access to a blue BMW, and so many people on the estate say they've seen her in it. Sometimes, I think one was 7 or 10 days before the murder.
Yes, that's right. You're absolutely right. The family are adamant. There is no association that they can tell me about which puts the BMW with that household. And yet there are people who knew Julie, who knew Julie's car, the Audi, albeit that it was the same colour. They know that she had an Audi. They've seen the Audi next to the BMW, in fact, on the driveway. So there's no doubt about the existence of that.
And on the afternoon of the murder, that's Monday the 26th of September, a BMW of that description, blue, perhaps blue-grey, seen speeding away from the estate towards Grantham.
Yes, on 2 occasions, at 3:20 on that day, leaving the estate and, as you quite rightly say, pulling off towards the Grantham. And then again, just before 4 o'clock, another car, again described as a 5 Series BMW, driving fast along Longcliffe Road.
Very fast.
Very fast.
I take it if somebody comes forward and says that was me, you're not going to do him for speeding there?
Absolutely not.
You need to eliminate that as well. And if you can tie any of these events together, either the man, if that was you, or if you have any idea who that might be, or the car, if you can explain that, here's our free call number, 0500 600 600. We're live, of course, the lines are open. If you can help, please call us now, 0500 600 600. Or you could try the incident room direct, 0476 625 01. That's Grantham, or 0476 625 01.